Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. It's Kimberly at Journal Breeze, and whether you're new here or have spent some time with me before, I really appreciate it. And today we're going to make these lovely ladies. I was heavily influenced by a recent video on YouTube by Karola with a K. Her channel is named Handmade by Karola, K-A-R-O-L-A, and I will put the link in the description box. She used black and white portraits and put them onto like an upside down elongated U for the body, and then put scraps on the body. And for some time now I've been playing around with these heads and faces. They're from Chapter 1 Papers, Victorian ladies' hats, might be fashion hats, and I was making clothing that just did not fit the Victorian era. I was using an article from Somerset magazine a few issues ago, and I couldn't get the two to work together. So when I saw Karola's video, it was like a light went off, and I realized that I could have my wonderful ladies' heads and hats in the C packets that came out recently by Chapter 1 Papers in their French Cottage kits. They have 3 French Cottage kits. One is the C packets, and then 1 and 2 are the journal pages. But each journal 1 and 2 has lots of ephemera, and so I've used that quite a lot in this particular craft. So I'm super excited to show it to you. I thought what I would do would be to tease you with this and then go into detail at the end, and we could just make one together at the moment. Okay? Alright, so first of all, the hats in their kit are on a sheet like this, and they have several on there, and I picked out, now they have smaller versions, and then they have these. I might have made these a little bit larger. They have 4 to a page, and I might have made them larger. Honestly, I went back and looked, and I couldn't quite find what I was looking for. So, I just use what's on my computer. I don't have any special knowledge, so you can do it too. And I looked for the ones, there's several ladies' hats cards, and I picked up the ones that had the broadest shoulders, because I wanted the shoulders to show, as you can see here. Here they show. Here it was her blouse. Here it was her hat. Here there's the back of her dress and her hair, and then this was her collar. So I thought it would be fun to pick the ones that had the most amount of room to play with. And then I backed them with a heavy-duty book page paper. This is an old book, and it had really thick, nice paper. Not super old, probably 1950s or something like that. And nothing fancy here. I just used regular glue and glued them on. This is what they look like when I cut them out. And then I just put them on the paper and glued them down. And I actually left them that way on my dolls because I like it. And it would have been very difficult to glue something on here and cut it out exact. And I didn't want to lose any of that. So that's my recommendation. You could back it with some other, easy to cut but heavy-duty paper also. And then I took collage pages from Chapter 1's French Cottage kit, and I printed them out. I printed some out on cardstock paper, and then I printed others on 32-pound weight paper, and I think I printed some on a 24-pound weight paper too. I made a lot, so I tried different things. this would be a non-collage paper, which we're going to use in our project today. But when you cut out these, you have more opportunity to make the dresses, depending on what you want to do. I found this tag to be a really good fit for the pocket. Let's see, do I have a pocket here? Let me see. Yeah. So this tag, let me show you. On the pockets, I folded this in, and it was my preference, it depends on what you want to do, to glue this one inside and this one on the outside. And then the front part I folded down. And that way, if I chose to use the back, as I did with some of the ladies, I made the back of the seed packet the front. I further decorated it, and I opted for that. But if you're using the actual front, then it's just tucked inside. Now see, that leaves like a little bit more of a line up there, so I'd probably fool around with that and probably bend that down a little bit further. But sometimes it's perfect. It's nice to have that play. They tend to put a nice brown line around there so that you have some options when you're bending, and I like that. So that's how I do it. And so then this tag fit perfectly inside and left a little bit there at the top, which is where the lady's head is going to find itself, right? You're going to find, I'll show you. So these tags were pre-printed, and they're by Pixie Dust Files, and I found that to be great. So sometimes I have that remain the back. Let's see. So it looks like that, and then the front is decorated with a paper. Or other times I actually covered the back and the front. The reason why that's important is that you need to put this lady's head somewhere in between two pieces of paper. So you want to think about that. So if this shows, I often would put some sort of a label over here so that this is covered. But oftentimes this gets cut down quite a bit to meet their shoulders. This one's about perfect though, so it wouldn't actually get cut down. Can you see that? How the shoulder meets there, and then the shoulder I can just cut up like that. Yeah, that's a really perfect. Yeah, I would use this girl for this because the shoulders are so perfectly met. Do you see that? It cuts right up there and it cuts right up there. But oftentimes the shoulders are much wider, like with this lady, and so you have to cut this off until you're at a width that would be just right for that shoulder width. And that's the key. So I made a bunch of ladies, and then I would just find the one that would fit whatever I was planning on doing on the back. That's it. I mean, that's super simple. Okay. So I know this is going to go here, but this wasn't the one I was going to work on with you. I was going to work on a different one. So let me put this over here. And this one I used quite a bit in my samples. You can do this for a tag, this for a tag, this for a tag, that for a tag. I was going to go this way today. And then this is another one. You've got a tag over here. You can just use the blue. You can use this. I mean, it's great. If you wanted to get some of this border in, you could run it along the side. So you can have a lot of fun with this kit. And then there's a lot of plain full sheets of everything that you see here. Full sheet of that, full sheet of that. So there's a lot of choices, and I found it really fun to work with them. And I also used washi tape. The washi tape kits are just phenomenal. There's so much variety. They have a lot of kits, and there is so much variety. Script, colors, modern, vintage, words. Oh my gosh, it's the best. And so when I had to fill areas, I would turn to the washi. Sometimes they were part of the main design of the body. Just really great to have these handy. I use them a lot more on a lot more things. So what I was going to work on with you today is this. And I just want to point out that they have a darling kit or seed packet page, but I opted to pick the seed packets that are more solid. But the only one that isn't more of a solid design is this one. Everything else is pretty much, well, this is actually the back. I added this paper over here, but this has that. And I added these butterflies. This butterfly is on here, and then I added this and this that I cut out of one of their other papers. This one and this one. I feel, for me, these were darling. I really, really liked them. And I did make pocket tags out of them, but I didn't feel like they were really, I could have used this side to make a lady, but I just really, I didn't think that they would be great for a lady sticking out. You know, you think, I was thinking more like her dress. Like this would be her dress. And that was kind of how I was going down that road. All right, so let's get going here. So I'm going to make this the back of her dress. And I'm going to glue it onto the front of this card all the way up to the top. I'm making a super simple one to start so that you guys can really see exactly what's going on. And then this is the front. Now, it won't matter if I use the front or the back. This has more aged looking over there, and this is all kind of fresh. So her pretty blue hat is what I was picking up on. And I'm going to make this her body. And then I've got these cute labels to play around with. Cute stamp. And then I thought this would be cute for the back. So I'm going to probably use the back because the front's a little more grunged up than she is. All right, so how's your new year going? How is it happening for you? Can you believe we're almost at the end of January? I can't. I literally cannot imagine that we're even in a new millennium. I mean, I'm so behind the times. We're in a new millennium. Yeah, for about 23 years. Oh my God. I had the flu when we had the change in the millennium. I had a horrible case of the flu. I had been to visit my parents over Christmas, and my mom caught it, and she got it so bad that she couldn't function at all, and my dad was absolutely useless, totally useless in so many ways around anything that had to do with the home until she passed before him, and then he seemingly found his way. But I ended up being her nurse to the point of, taking her in the shower and feeding her and cleaning everything up, and just, it was really, really a bad case finally I told my dad she really needed to go to the hospital. So we took her to the hospital and, or to the doctor's office, and he said, this is Christmas Eve, so he said, you know, if you would like to leave her here, because she was actually experiencing some dementia. Not that she had dementia, but she was acting like she had it. She was so out of it. She was so out of it. It was scary. It was really frightening for me to be taking care of her, to tell you the truth. And when we went to the doctor and he opted to have her stay in the hospital, I really wanted to say yes, because it was frightening and I was in over my head and it was such a bad case. But it didn't go over well with the rest of my family, because they were, you know, feeling bad because it was Christmas Eve. And I totally got that, and so I was outnumbered, and we brought her home. Well, it took the rest of my vacation, and believe me, I did not have many vacations, so it was really a drag. And we stayed until right before New Year's, and then we went home because we had every intention, my husband and I, of celebrating the Millennium in a big way. And of course, I became extremely ill with the flu, and we were unable to do a single thing. So that was the start of the 2020s, the 2020s for me. Oh my God. And I haven't had the flu since. I was told I had it in January of 2020 when I actually had COVID, but my doctor opted not to tell me. I know he knew, and I know exactly how I got it and who from, and it was definitely made sense that we all got it. 3 of us got it. So I'm off on a tangent. Wow, let me get back to not talking about sickness. This Christmas I got sick, though. I had a cold. Wasn't that bad. All right, enough. So here we go. Now we've got our cute little pocket. And like I say, I am going to use the front. Oops. Looks like this needs a bit of a snip here. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to cut into it. Okay. When in doubt, distress. Okay. All right. So, next I'm going to take my guide. In this case, it's a guide. And I'm going to lay it on here. Like it even. Now I'm going to put it right like that. I want to get as much of this brown as I can. Okay. And then this is going to be my rings. She's a young woman who's thinking about getting married, and it just has that feel to me. So I am going to put, if I have to cut this tag down to accommodate her shoulders, I can do that after I've glued everything down. Okay, so I hope your new year has started off without being sick, and that you had a chance to relax, enjoy your Christmas time. I did. I took a week off work, and it was, oh my gosh, fantastic. Very, very refreshing. I had lots of free time to do what I wanted to do, and I just really wanted to do things I don't normally do, and that's what I did. I did a lot of things that I don't normally do. I listen to a lot of different things I don't normally listen to. Books, YouTubes, TV shows, movies. I spoke to people I haven't spoke to in a while. I just tried to fill up my time by expanding my brain into areas that I really hadn't been going to. Things got so hectic and busy last year. Really, it's been ever since the pandemic lockdown, to tell you the truth. But this summer was kind of slow, so I was able to participate in that swap by Meg, and it was fun. I think I'm going to leave that ragged, and then I'm going to put a little more glue there. So it was really refreshing. It really piqued my untouched part of my mind. Read some novels. I did whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I stayed up super late. As it turns out, didn't plan to, but I ended up staying up really late, and then sometimes I would sleep 12 hours. It was amazing. It was amazing. The place where I exercise wasn't opened most of the days that I'm free to go exercising, so I had no reason to feel guilty. So I stayed up super late and slept. Oh my gosh, it was fantastic. So I hope that you can say good things about your Christmas also. All right, now we're going to cut out this lady, and I am going to cut her out with as wide of a bodice, we'll call it. And I don't try to be perfect in the cutting. It's just easier not to. So I just kind of go around with a little bit of the beige, and I do distress afterwards. And I found that helps getting it to blend in a little bit more. So did you guys make resolutions for this year or plans of some sort? I think resolutions can be a good thing, but not to feel that you have to follow through for the whole year, because hopefully you're changing and growing, and what might have seemed important now isn't as important later in the year. Flexibility is super important to our well-being. We have to be flexible, we have to be comfortable with change. We sure have gotten a hell of a lot of experience with change since COVID. All right, so you don't have to worry about this because it's going to be backed. But there you go. All right, so I want you to see that this is off by that much and this is off by that much. So in this situation, I am going to opt to actually put her in the middle. Sometimes you want to put it over here because this isn't too far off, and then you just round it out. But in this case, I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so I'm going to glue that in. Actually, let me make my back first. This paper has more and less brown spots in it, so if you want to go grunge, it's quite a bit. If you don't want to go so grunge, then over here is good. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of grunge, so I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to glue it down. Now, if you've chosen to print out your collage paper onto cardboard or craft paper, craft stock, then you wouldn't have to back it. And that's what I did with a lot of my paper dolls. But I ran out of that paper, so then I started to do my own backing. Okay. I mean, this could be the front, that could be the back, you know, whatever. But I just try to pick things that are to my liking. That's kind of how I choose papers. I'm not really, I don't worry about having stuff left over. I don't think about using a kit. Totally. Okay, so I can see. Okay, you can see some white there. Well, that's going to get cut off. Okay. All right, let's cut this out of there. I see white. Okay. I am going to turn this and rip it because its other side is ripped. And so if I don't rip it, it's going to be cut kind of funny. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it turned out a little bit white. Okay. All right, I'm going to use and then this is some of the backs showing. Okay. And here. Okay. All right. Some of these I distressed more than others. Some I just wanted to get rid of the white on the corners. Some of them I didn't distress, and then when I went back and looked at them all later, I realized I wanted to. I don't know about you, but I go in stages. I don't just automatically distress. I wait, and I kind of see how it comes together. And then I may distress later. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. All right. So, oh, now I glued it on. Oh, my God. Oh, shoot. I'm sure we're all yelling at me. Don't glue. Don't glue. Darn it. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, I can't believe it. Okay. I mean, I do have some where her body shows, but I don't really want to do that with this one. So I'm just going to cut it out again. Ugh, I'm such a dope. Okay. I cannot talk and craft at the same time, so really it's your guys' fault. Yeah, it's your guys' fault. All right, I'm going to do it right here. I like how light blue that is. All right. Oh, I'm such a goof. Where's my pencil? Okay. Recently, I watched Wendy's Journal Adventures. Like, I need to tell you the name of the channel. I'm sure you all know it. And she did the 12 essentials for her in journal making. And so I played along and I wrote down my 12. And my first one was digitals. Her first one was inspiration. I feel like digitals are my number one. I find that digitals will inspire me and challenge me. And I like that because I don't like doing the same thing more than once or twice. So I put digitals as my number one. But what made me think about that was the fact that I had colored pencils on my list. She did not. I'm sure most people probably don't unless they're in mixed media. But I use colored pencils for a lot of things. And oftentimes it's to cover up goofs or to take blood out of cloth, as I showed in my last video, or to darken something, you know, that the printer didn't darken the whole area well. So I use them for repairs, I guess you would say. Like right there. Do you see that right there? Do you see that? That bugs me. And that bugs me. So I would take my colored pencils. I just saw that now, believe me. I did not plan this. This looks kind of beige. And this looks beigey. Okay, let's try it. There you go. Voila, it's gone. Okay. Sometimes it takes more than one to blend it. That's true. Okay. So, my eye will always go there forever after, knowing me, but you know. You got the idea. Okay. Alright. So now I am going to figure out this girl, and I'm going to glue her on. So, as I said, I'm going to put her in the middle. I use this glue, or I use our glitter glue. There we go. All right. Okay, and I'm going to trim this just a little bit closer. Okay. And then you can see you have to cut these down, but I am going to glue this back on before I do that so that everything gets cut at the same time. And I am going to rip this bottom so that it's and since the other paper under it is also the same paper, it's not really going to show. Okay, so let's glue this on. Okay. There we go. Okay. I can cut that off at the bottom. It doesn't have to be that way. I don't like the way that looks, so I'm going to cut it off. Okay, so a little grunge and my little pencil marks, which are kind of yellow-orange. I'm going to put that beige on top again. Alright, nobody else is going to notice. Alright, so there you go. Trim it up. And now we're going to cut to the shoulder. There we go. All right. This. Okay. Sometimes I round these off and sometimes I don't. There you go. Cute. Okay. So I did lots of different things to the body in the other one, but let's first see how she looks. Okay. Alright, so I don't want that much body, so we're going to move it. Like, I like that. I think that's super cute. So we're going to cut this off at the bottom so that that's what shows. Some I want the design to show and others not, and it's part of the fun. These really are like paper dolls. You'll see. I mean, it's just so fun to kind of start figuring it out and putting it together. The decoration part. They're so cute to make into different, I don't know, designs, colors. I kind of think about clothes a little bit and abstract, very abstract, nothing precise. I also have made it a point to put some sort of a design or circle around the neck. Let's see, I've got they had a cute little circle. Oh, maybe it's a square. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's almost like a continuation. Yeah, just to give the neck a little bit more strength. I did that on all of them. I didn't try to match up the, that almost looks like the top of a shirt, doesn't it? I play forever with stuff, you guys. I so enjoy the play part. I'm not really a very good teacher right now. I just rather play. Okay, let's see. All right. I don't like how that sticks out there, though. That's the problem. But if I put it this way, even though it covers it up more, it's not really doing anything to protect the neck. So see, I would go, this would be a long endeavor for me because I would be concerned about the neck. I don't want to have to recut stuff that's sticking out. And I do like that the stripes are going in the same direction. Well, that covers it up. Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, look, the back is that too. Huh. Yeah, that would be the opposite though. Okay. it's pretty hardy with the 2 pieces of paper, 3 in this case, and the cardstock and the really good paper book page, thick. There we go. All right. There's like a little tiny piece there that I will cut out. Okay. All right. There she is. Okay. And then I like this spool with the, I like the yellow beige color. But it's kind of busy. It doesn't look that good. And that's, ooh, I kind of like that design that's made. It's kind of fun. And then here's one in green. All right, and to the front, I've got this, which I love because of it being yellow. And I was thinking there might be some way to use a part of this. That's kind of fun, because you figure when you draw her out, what's the first thing you're going to see? Well, it's fun to see that blue flower, and I don't really like that black lettering too much. So let's put this there. And it actually doesn't have to be that long. Let's see, if I go like this, I could go a little bit past and cover up that black. I know it's black over here, but this is a different font, and it's just a bit much for, you know, for flowers and this young girl. Got to look at everything. It's not just one thing. Then I'm going to rip off this. And then that'll be cut off. And that'll be cut off. It's a lot of stripes. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's pretty. You know what? I think that's super pretty. I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn this. Yeah, I like that. I like that brown shine. Okay. All right. Now see, this pattern is so close to the edge. I kind of hate to tear it because it's so cute. And this needs a little browning to blend. Okay. All right. So it could start there. Let's see. If we started it there, it could go like that. No. I think that's the best. Yeah. I know it's a lot of vertical, but it's cute. It's really, really cute. think I only have one other where I actually used vertical. So to break it up a little bit, and this is the bottom piece. I feel like it needs something to I love that postcard font. I don't know, it's hard for me to create on camera, truthfully. I just would try a bazillion things. I would not be moving this fast. And so I can't really make up my mind quickly. Not a quick crafter. But what I am thinking is that this is also from their Victorian ladies kit. And I thought it might be interesting to put, I don't know, it would take up a lot of the back. I sort of love this paper. So I think I'll skip that. Let's see if there's any interesting washi. And I also have these little guys here. Something's got to go there. Oh, piece of textile. Let's try that. Let's try that. That's what she needs. On one of these others, I put a piece of lace. This is the only other one where I went kind of, I felt like this kind of was a cape. And this was the collage paper on cardboard. And then this is a tag from the ones I'm using, Pixie Dust Files. And I kind of went with an ink artist theme. American Stationer, library paste, inks, of course the alphabet, put a stamp up here for the neck. And the bump on this lace was high because it's an antique sewn together messy thing, and I wanted this lace because of the hat having the same lace. I thought it was really cute, and the way her collar was so high. So I put a piece of scrap paper over that to kind of allow it to go in and out of the envelope. I picked that stamp because of that, obviously. But you're getting the idea. So I decorate the front and the back. And let's see. Oh, look at this. Of course, this is a young girl. She wouldn't hardly have. That'd be too much. Let's be honest. Let's see. Wrong color, but so cute. Oh, that's kind of the right idea, but I don't think it looks very good. Oh, that's cute. See, this part could take me a very long time. See if I can see anything quickly that might work. And lay flat enough. That's part of the problem. Okay, I just am having a hard time thinking and crafting, you guys. I kind of did this today as an experiment to see if I could pull it off. I don't know. I'm not the greatest at doing both. So many really good crafters, talkers online. It's not my forte. That's kind of cute, but I don't know. It's too much. Too. Oh, that's better than nothing. That looks much better than nothing. But I like this. So let's see if we put this down here. Yeah, I just think that's really cute. Yeah, like she's just got a little fancy on her dress. I wonder, let's see. Now, I actually think this is going to be good right here. So I'm going to go put it on. Okay. All right, and this, okay, so I could put it here. Or I could put it here. Whoops. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it there. All right, and for it, I'm going to use because it's so see-through. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oops. Could be a little ratty. That's fine with me. Sometimes things look better super glued down. Other times I like them kind of loose and just tacked. But this one, I like how these threads are all different shapes and providing a lot of different interest. Okay, remember that these are going inside, so you have to make sure stuff is glued down really well. I used a lace, a delicate lace on another one too, and I had to glue it really carefully. Whoops. Okay. All right. Oh, I think she looks cute. part of me almost feels like there should be buttons down here, but you know, that'd be ridiculous at this point. Okay, I think that's cute. I hope you do too. And then on the back, I'm just gonna not do anything for now because this is gonna get long if I try to figure that out while you're here. It's very hard for me to stop this part because I love it so much. Okay. All right. Okay, so now something. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay. Darling. Okay, but something's got to go on the front. Something fun. That's sweet, but kind of boring. Let's see what else we can have. Maybe there's a washi. Oh, there was. Oh, I guess I already used it. Okay, this is a really cute washi. It goes well with her ribbon, but it's a little too white. That's pretty with the two stamps. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like the color. I don't know if I like the theme though. That's pretty. Oh, I just would take forever to do this, so I probably won't because it'll just take me so long. The idea for me is that it doesn't take away from the lady, that whatever it is, it's going to blend in, you know, provide, you know, a nice overall look, but that it's going to blend in, because otherwise you got two focal points, and that's not really such a great idea. This might call for lace as well. Let's see what some of these. That's cute. Oh, I like that. I think that's cute. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Okay. And then something could tuck in there. Something like maybe this. Oh, it's too busy. This. Oh, I love that. Okay, I could just use that by itself, but no, because then it takes over the whole thing. All right, I am going to glue this down as a belly band. Okay. Wow, that was amazingly fast. That's a rare experience for me. And it's fun when things fall in line. I hate to look at the clock. I'm scared to know how long it's been already. Hopefully you're crafting along. Hopefully you're cutting things out. Not just sitting here watching me slowly make stuff. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, and then this would need to be backed, but I won't do that now. And it also needs to be grunged a bit. I'll probably back it with the same blue stripe paper as the back of her dress because it's so cute. And that'll be sweet. Okay. All right. Yeah. And there you go. Wow. Hope you like it. I like it. And this, of course, is going to get something. Yeah, too many flowers. All right, well, we'll worry about that later. Okay, so that is the craft. And now I will show you the finished products. What time is it really? How long have we been on? Oh my gosh. Is that true? An hour? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Thanks for hanging in. I do appreciate it. And I rushed. This was a rush. Yeah. I don't set a timer. For me, this is really meditative. I do meditate, but this is meditative. And I don't really want to alter that just because I'm, also doing a YouTube. And I hope you can understand that. I want to like what I make. I want to enjoy the process. And that works out kind of slow. So hopefully when you come to my channel, you'll bring things to work on and we can, be together in spirit and get things done without it necessarily being, watching me every second. That's not necessary. Okay. So for my ladies, I laid them out so that they're all looking in a direction to my left. Aren't they cute? And then she's looking down. Of course, we got her back. And they're just all looking over there. So what's going on the left? I don't know. I do not know. But it is so fun that just randomly they all worked into this perfect looking to one direction. I know it's ridiculous, but I don't know, it brings me joy. What can I say? All right, so this is the front of the seed packet, and I liked this turquoise paper with that, and then her green ribbon and her green leaves. And this is the back. I added that, and that, and this. So it kind of came together, and then she looks like this. I just love that paper so much. And that's a piece of cardboard, or, cardstock. All right. And then I think I showed you the girl. Oh, no, I didn't. So this is one of the tags from their Victorian ladies kit. And I added one of their tags from the Cottage, French Cottage kit. And then I also did a tag on the back and a little circle at the top. So I just felt like she was dreaming about what it would be like when she grew up. And I loved this card because of the design, and I liked her brown hair with this, and then I added this little tag that came with the seed packet. And I left it plain because I just really love it. I didn't want to do anything to it really. I did make sure that the backs didn't have words I wouldn't want to see. It was not that hard, but I did find that at times I had to redo it, so you might look at that as well. But I think she's so sweet with her daisies, and they reminded me of the flower. I just thought this turned out beautifully. And this lady, I used the back of the seed packet. This is the front. I added that. And I put another butterfly. That's one of the collage sheets. And this is the tag that I left plain, so there's nothing decorating this tag. And this is the front of the cardstock, so I printed on both sides. And this is the first one I made. So it's a little bit more flimsy than the others, but it's not flimsy. And then I cut out a butterfly, put it at her neck because she's got this bird in her head, her hair, her hat. So I felt nature was the theme. This butterfly is printed on here. This isn't, that isn't. And when you look at that bird up there, I mean, come on. You just had to go with the butterflies. Oh my gosh. All right, I already showed you her. Maybe she was the very first one I made. Okay. And then this lady has the piece of old lace. I glued it down flat. Cut this out of the French Cottage kit, ephemera. And she's got the green in her hair and the green here, so I like that. But there was a lot of pink on this. I added this circle. And then she matches on the back. I cut this out of the collage paper, and that circle came with the seed packet. And it looks like this in the back. Very pretty. And this lady, she has a gray hat and a gray suit, so I gave her a gray label. This is from the Pixie Files Pixie Dust Files. And this is the front. And this is the back. So on the back, that's what shows. I liked that. And I opted not to give her anything for her neck because I didn't want to really interfere with the look of that. This was fun. I actually laid this piece of paper on top of another seed packet, the one that has the pink flowers on the front. It's one of their ephemera cards in the French Cottage kit. And then I completely covered her body with another front of a seed packet. They made this in a complete large one, but it's gray, or it's beige, but it wouldn't have been the right scale. So I cut it out of a seed packet and laid it on her, one of their washies, and then the back is the washi again, and obviously what I have done to the others. So I loved how this worked out. I loved these flowers. Are just, very similar and feel. Her collar is sticking out. I really like that. This just felt really good. It didn't really have to have anything at the bottom, but it felt a bit like a bottle. So I put decoration at the bottom to make it seem more like a decorative dress. And then this one. This one's not really done. I picked her to go with the green and the pink because of her ribbons. And I had decorated this tag previously. This is actually part of her on the original kit, so I left that there. And then I tore another piece of paper and put it there, and then put this across the bottom. And then I copied the tag on top of the green paper that comes in the kit of the French Cottage in this circle. So I feel like this is going to get something, and I'm not sure what, and maybe this. I don't feel strongly about that getting something, but I'm thinking words, like a few words maybe, to go in here. So there you go, guys. Then we have the lady we made today. She's my first belly band card. That's great because I could glue her down on a journal page, and then you can write on her back. You could even write on the front, but I wouldn't. Oh, it's so cute. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really think they're fun to make. I'm kind of addicted, and so you can figure it out. So thank you very, very much for joining me today. Really, really appreciate it. My channel is still pretty new. I'm almost at 700. I'd love to get at over 1,000, because then there's things, I guess, that YouTube does. I don't intend to monetize, but I think there's other privileges, or maybe your name gets around more. But if you know anybody that might like my channel, I would sure appreciate a little telling them about it. And I want to wish you a really terrific week. Thank you very much, and take care. Bye-bye.